Going up the mountain here, you can see some railroad ties laid. And back there, you can see them sticking out of the ground. But yeah, and it just pretty much ends there. But okay, back up to the top. 28-degree hike, 2,300 and some feet up at an elevation from the bottom to the top, 500 feet. And good exercise. Some more railroad ties along the side here. I think this would have been the actual way up. I could probably get a picture of what this used to look like, but yeah, the old railroad ties. Ooh, what a hike. Yeah, just walking up the side of the mountain. Just to kind of give you a perspective of the pitch. More railroad ties. And it's pretty much washed out for how many years it's not been in service. Whew. And there's, looking over at that ridge that we walked on to get here. And it just keeps continuing over to that waste rock pile. Now we should be coming up to the road. Yeah, there it is up there. And we'll probably take a quick walk that way. Whew! Time for a break. Oh man, that's a haul. We're almost up to the road. As you can see, yeah, that goes down all the way down that way. Cool. Just snap a couple pictures of these ruins. I sound like a train coming up the mountain. But we made it to the top. Yeah. Yeah, 28-degree pitch up. I gotta get to the top here and take a break. Go over to your left, Jimmy. Yeah. That's getting up there. Whoo! Break time. Okay, rested up. We're on our way here. Yeah. Now, if you look now, this was the end of the line for the coal cars to come over the coal bins, and that would be the stop so they won't drop off the edge there. And a little building over there, I don't know if you can see it through the trees, was I guess like a little office where they keep track of how many cars came up the hill. And I don't know if they had a scale up here to weigh it, but yeah, there'd be train cars parked up there, and then they'd dump them into the coal bins right from the bottom. Now the original, let me get my notes out here. The original head house burnt in 1868 in a fire. And I'm assuming this was the foundation. And you see the pitch there. That would have been the original way down. And this wouldn't have been dug out like it is. And the dirt would have probably been against there. Now if you look at them holes, those would have been for beams to hold machinery and stuff. But then the fire came. Here's we're gonna get on that side. We're gonna circle around. There's some of the coal bins. But yeah, they would have had a train car parked along here. Railroad tracks would have came out. But when the fire came, they did this, took this away. There would have been a 28 horsepower engine here. Let's see if I can get a picture of that up and show you that. And I want to get a picture of the original head house. So I got to get that on top. Let me get up to the top here and we'll show you more. Jimmy's passed out. You made it though, Jimmy. Yeah, we're on top of where that wall would have been. And this would have been, it doesn't show in the pictures at all. Would probably been the office. What are you doing laying down on the job? He's gonna take a break. He's back there. Whew. Yeah, I'm sweating. He's taking a break back there. What I want to do is get over around this fence. Now, someone did cut through it, but I don't want to do that. Go through it. I just want to show you around here. This would have been the new head house up here, and then we'll get down in that basement. But I got to come around here, around this fence to show. And the reason they put this fencing up, yeah, you don't want to fall down that. An old refrigerator. That's another reason people are dumping here. And it's hard to tell what was here because this got all, I guess when they tore it down, destroyed. We'll get over to see that wall on the other side. We're going to get over to that. That's where the rail was. And I want to get down here, down this road a minute. And this is past it. There's some railroad ties. And yeah, that would have, they would have had the railroad cars here. And if you look over this way, the cars would have joined in here and followed this. There's a railroad bed here. And I'm going to follow this path for a little bit. And there's a wall over there that continues. I'll probably come back that way. All right. I just walked over the ways there. Now right over there is 924. And I'm still following this railroad bed. I just came down here to get a view. That's Gerardville I was looking at, by the way. Sorry, not Gerardville, Gilberton, PA. They just had a major flood this past year. With all the rain that they said we didn't have, that town flooded out. They have pumps down there. And I'm going to continue. Now the railroad, we came along this way. You see the wall over there? Whoop. Zoom in. See the wall with the railing? So this would have been the railroad bed, or the holding line for the railroad. And it would have continued along this way. You see that wall still continues over there. And there's houses over that side. But yeah, it would have. And there used to be a bridge that crossed 924, and they ripped it down back in the mid-90s. They tore it down. It wasn't used for anything. Pigeons were living in it. I guess they had problems with kids hanging out in it and stuff. But yeah, yeah, this was the rail yard right here. I think if I look on that map of this place, there was about 12 sets of tracks side by side here. You see it goes all the way over there. And it'll just end right up here because the bridge would have went here and went across 924 and then go down in through, we can either go down the mountain towards Gilberton, towards Mahanoy City, down a 1 degree railroad plane that they constructed. I forget when they did that. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, right here used to be a bridge. Let me get up here a little bit. There's still that wall here. Let's see, there should be some of the abutment here yet. Ooh, gotta watch out, trip. Ooh, my neck is killing me. I'm right by the course sign. Yeah, there would have been a bridge right here. I don't know if you can see the abutment across the street there. Yeah, way, let me zoom in. See it way over there was the other edge of the bridge, and all the trains would go across this. And yeah, there's not much of a view here to see, but 924. Yeah, back up along this wall. That was a good shot of what this wall looked like. Let's see if we can get a long shot of it. Oh man, what a haul. Yeah, it's a bit in the railroad yard here. You get a shot looking this way. Just kept continuing that way. And then this line would have went through Frackville and then continued on down the other side of the mountain, going down into St. Clair, down that hill, or that incline, which was 1 degree. Now trains can climb a 1 degree incline, no problem, but I think that incline where I showed you over there at 924, from Frackville to Mahanoy City is about 6 miles. And that's how long it takes for it to traverse down the hill on a 1 degree slope. So, oh boy, I'm sweating. It's nice out, nice breeze. It's not too hot out. But all right, I'm gonna catch up with Jimmy. Hey, please like and subscribe to my channel. I go all out to try to get you some videos that no one else sees or got to. And all right, let me get back to I meet up with Jimmy, and we'll pick it up from there. That wall just ends there and then becomes in a dirt embankment. But yeah, this would be the railroad yard right in here. Now it's probably all dug up when they dismantled this place. So I want to get over here because there's another wall over here. Let me go get through here. Bust through the rubbish, or not the rubbish, the trees and the brush. Yeah, see, the wall is right here. It starts right here. There's a railroad tie. I gotta figure out how to get through that. There's a little path right here. Deer make nice paths going through the woods. And here's this wall. And you get up on top of this and walk out on it. And then, Now, as you see, that wall continues across there. And then over here would have been the railroad line. But what they use these for, that's one part of the railroad line. Don't forget those steam engines up here. That's a nice shot. And what I think these were used for, don't quote me, and these were probably put in later. And if you notice, they open from the ends. And they have the hitches taken off and their trucks taken off. But I think these would have hauled possibly military equipment. They'd load them in from the sides, or the ends, and not the sides like the box cars do. And yeah, they have these sitting here. But they do look like they would hold. There's a side door too. And this wall, now on the other side of the second wall, in between would be where the railroad would be. I think someone was up here cutting these up, or they were cutting them up to scrap them. Let's look into one. It's right on the edge of a hill here, so I gotta watch. Yeah, see, they're hollowed out. I'll get down in there. There would have been floors in here and stuff. Oops, I'm snagged. But these were to hold the ashes. So like an ash dump. Now here's a picture of one of the chutes. There's these chutes here. And it looks like down there they would back a truck up and then load the trucks with these ashes for the highway department. Now if you look, that's leaning now. I don't know how long that's going to be standing there. If you look, it's all hollow. All right, let me get down there. Right here, if you look where I'm starting to go, and there's steps here too. This would have been the start of the coal bins. I don't know if you can see all the way across there. Let me see if I can zoom in. I think I am zoomed in enough, but I'll zoom out. But they go all the way down there. The trees are growing up through them. I can walk along that wall there maybe and show you. But yeah, this used to be for a single train track would go across this right on these ridges, and the cars would sit on top and they would just drop the coal right into the bins. Would have probably backed trucks up to this. When we get down, I could probably get down to the bottom. I'm not going to walk across that because that's going to fall. But yeah, I think these were storage units for the ash. So I don't see any coal down there. You gotta zoom in on it. Yeah, see the ladder. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they use for storing ashes for the borough to use on the roads. That is cool. Alright, let me get over here. Jimmy, I see there's some more foundations here. There might have been a building here. But that's the icing on the cake right there when we get down to that. And I'll be looking in what used to be the boiler house, the second boiler house, not the first one. The first one burnt down, there's nothing left of it. One cement foundation, I can show you that. But this would have been the second one that was built in 1868. And it had about 6 boilers. I'll put a picture up of those boilers to show you. And they would have had, I think, 5 or 6 of them. I'll have to count how many bins there are. Because I think that someone said they were automatic feed. they'd feed by gravity. So the boilers would have been, I don't know if you can see way off in the distance there. Those little holes in the wall there, right over there. My finger's touching them. That's the bin chutes, and they're all dotted all along this wall here. That's where the boilers would have been. All right, I'll show you a picture of them boilers, and then we'll get down there and show you. Yeah, and as you walk down here, yeah, you'll find, now this isn't a mine. This was like, I guess it was a service way. In here, all this debris wouldn't have been here. This would have been open like it is over here. Because like I said, when they dismantled this place, they did a lot of destruction. You see there's a cement foundation right over there. And I think they might have brought equipment in here, and then that would be like a garage now. And then all along here, this is be the boiler house. You can see the foundations here. Let's walk around this way quick, and then we'll get to walk in this. And this is like a big, oh wow, look at this. This is like a big castle in the woods. This is pretty much what everyone comes up to see, but then they forget, you know, there's more to it than this. This isn't the side of the building. That would have been the inside of the building. And there's another door we could check out. And a window there, which I don't know if that was a coal chute. It might have been. But yeah, all along you see those square holes. They're about a foot wide by about 6 inches tall. They were the coal chutes. There would have been boilers placed here. And let's see. I think this would have been the wall of the boiler house here, and somewhere along here with a huge chimney I want to show you. All right, let me get around here. We'll take a little walk inside and check this place out. Let me find Jimmy, see if he's coming with. Okay, that's showing you right there would be the railroad that would come in with loaded coal cars, and they'd bring them over here. And if you can see all the way over, zoom in, those are all the chutes. Each one of them would take coal, and the doors on the bottom of them coal hoppers would open up and just drop the coal in. And I hear Jimmy over there. He sits over by the fence. I gotta see if I can find him. Yeah, here's a nice little perspective. I'm gonna walk along this wall, and you see there's some metal beams here cut, I-beams. Now that's down there is looking at that hole, looking down at that garage I said. And then over here, this would have been the engine house. Now if I can sneak over there, I'd like to see if I can get a perspective of what the engine house used to look like and show you an old picture. I'm getting a nice echo coming from that hole down there. Like I said, I don't know what some of this was, why there was holes opened here. Like I said, when they destroyed this place or dismantled it, they did a lot of destruction, changing the ground. Yeah, it's looking on top of those coal bins. Let me walk over a little more. I'm not good with heights, but this isn't too bad to walk on. But yeah. Now I don't know why there's a big opening there, because there would have been one coal chute. This might have been another coal chute. I don't know. There's all the cement busted up there down the ground. You keep going. There's more I-beams. And this, like I said, this would have been from here over, from this spot over was the boiler house. From this spot over was the engine room. And you can see right in there, I think. Let me see. I think I can get a good picture of this right here, of what this engine house looked like when it was together. Wow, this place is massive. 6,000 horsepower steam engine sat here at one time. They pulled 3 cars at a time up that hill we walked up, and up and over towards Frackville. Good place. Yeah, that's cool over there walking that way. Okay, now we're gonna go down to the bottom here into the boiler house. And Jimmy's up there taking a break. I gotta watch my footing here. And get down to the bottom, we'll continue. I just came in, whoops, that's the wrong light. I just came in here and I don't know if that continued on or if that's blocked off, but there's some foundations here or something. I don't know what would have been in here. And there's a lot of coal dirt. And this might have been for heat. Even though it's steam boiler, they might have had a separate, there's an I-beam sticking down from the top. Might have had a separate, that's looking out, system for the heat here when it was into the 30s. There's a chimney there. Huh. And yeah, here's that opening I was looking down. I was standing up on the top looking down here. I don't know what they would have had this open like, but maybe a set of stairs came down here. I don't know. But yeah, you can walk through this. It's safe. This is all solid. It's much better. You can see the roof. It's much better construction. There's a little bit of rot here, but not like down at that tunnel. And yeah, there's some more. Oh, that goes in. Where does that go? Goes in and around the corner there. You see that? But yeah, I don't know about this. The stalactites hanging down there. I don't know if that went through over here. Yeah, it did. It just goes around the end there. I know I have my camera angles because that's the way I have to get at this, because there's a lot of debris here you have to look in. But continue along here. Huh. There's a way out. Looks like it was a stairwell. And I don't know why this was bricked off. Like I said, I'm in the new, right above us would have been the engines up in there. You see how much, this gives you a perspective how big these pillars are that anchored us to the ground. Yeah. And some of this debris got pushed in from up there. That's looking in one of the coal bins. Let me go inside that. Climb up through here. Whoops. Save my light. Yeah, I'm inside one of the coal bins now. And they blocked off the chute, so they might have changed this for some reason. And this is the coal that came in from there. Ooh. And it might have been it's hard to say what the operations were around here. And then you come out, of course this debris wouldn't have been here. Yeah, a couple chutes here. A hell hole. I don't see no hole here, but yeah, it goes out through there, and up on top is another one of these coal chutes. Now, I don't know. And then, yeah, we're looking up top there. And when we first got up here, I looked down, and the engines would have been over there. Boy, look at the I-beams they had to cut. Wow. There would have been a floor up here. Now, I'm not mistaken, but I think them holes were for the pipes that fed the steam to the steam engines up here. Oh, forget my footing. Yeah. And that one looks like it was made for it. And then down the road they had to bust through the wall to get a pipe through there at one point, I'm assuming. Now, there's another tunnel we can go through. Lots of garbage. You gotta watch your footing. You gotta watch for snakes. Now right now I don't think there'd be any snakes. Yeah, see right there? Broken bottle. You gotta watch for that. Make sure you have good work shoes. Now this goes underneath what would have been the engine house. And it would come up on the other side. I guess these were service entrances, or now this dirt wouldn't have been here. Let's get up here. This would have been all open. You can see the beams over there. Look at the size of them bolts. I'm gonna get up there quick. Hopefully I still have enough battery to finish this video up. What goes down there? That looks like it's got water in it. Oh, it goes over to the other side. Yeah, but that's all, ew. Yucky water in there. I'll see if I can get to the other side of this and look in. But yeah, if you look on top, massive, massive amount of concrete. You see how thick these walls were. And I would have been standing, look at the size of them bolts. Oh, let's get up here. I'm gonna watch because you could fall in. Now these weren't filled with dirt, but look at the size of this bolt. Can you imagine the wrench it took to turn the nut that held it. Now this, where I'm sitting, there would have been 2 sets of pulleys here and cables going over, and then a big huge, if I could see it right, there would have been a big huge wheel, and the steam engine would have been sitting right here where I'm at, and these bolts would have fastened that steam engine. You figure it's hauling about 300 tons of coal, not including the cars themselves. Yeah, right there in them little crevices, that's where the wheels would sit, right in there. And I bet you that was for the flywheel for a steam engine. Now I don't know if there were 2 steam engines or just 1, but if you look, 1, 2, I think that's all I see in bolts on this side. 2 bolts here. And you gotta watch, the cement's busted through. I'm walking on one of them arches. There's 2 more bolts over here. 3, 4. So there would have been 8 altogether, I think. And then 2 more here holding something. These are a little smaller, as you can see. Get this stick out of the way. Yeah. They're as big as that one over there. Yeah, that's where I just walked in from. There's all kinds of junk laying here. Yeah, right here would have been that steam engine. Watch where you step too, because right here, there's a nice sized hole. You can break a leg. I think that went under that little tunnel I was trying to get to, but it was full of water. But yeah, see it goes down. Let me zoom out so you can see better. Yeah, it goes down pretty good. I don't know if you can see down there. Yeah, water. So that tunnel's under here, so you gotta be careful where you step. And I probably came out over here. Here's some more tunnel. Let's see what's in here. That goes back pretty far, but just ends right there. I can't really look in, but all right, cool. And that would have been, I think, if you see in that old picture, 2 sets of pulleys to wrap that around. All right, let me get out of here, and we'll go down and show the engine house, or not the engine house, the boiler house. Yeah, that's where I first went in. I was looking up at this. I'm on top of it here, and that hole is way over there. So there had to be a tunnel connecting here somehow. I don't know what it was for, but yeah, neat. All right, I came out from up there. That's where we went in, and I came up. Jimmy's up there taking a break. Now, he has asthma. I have to take in consideration. He can't do running around like I can do around here. But now we would have been in, if you see the wall here, what's left of it, this would have been the boiler house right next to it. That's the best, nicest stonework I've ever seen. Look at the tree growing out of the chute there. And there's some bolts hanging out of the wall. And there's these steps we were looking down. They just go up in there, and we walked across there. Ooh, nice cool air coming out. But yeah, they would have been huge. Let me count them now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There might have been more, but there was about 6 boilers here that said in the book, and they would have been housed right here. I'll see if I can get a picture of this online to show you these boilers. And everything was knocked down. There would have been like half moon foundations. Oh, you'll see in the picture. Here's a little bit of the hose. I don't know what they would have used. Probably for water. Now I said before, get my notes out. Here's another passageway, partially blocked. But get my notes out here. Yeah. And then we went into that tunnel and walked through and came around the other side of the engine house. And then there's one of the holes that would have fed the steam in. Where's the other one at? It should be right here on the side. Yeah, you can get confused up here. There's the one hole. It must be on the other side somewhere. But now this was during the war period. This was a strategic resource in World War I. The primary security zone. Why? Well, this was for the coal. They made gunpowder out of coal. They needed the Industrial Revolution. Relied on coal. Oh yeah, look at that. And that's looking up now. Right up there would have been the main head house that we were looking at when we first came in here. And then the coal bins. And then, like I said, this would have been the boiler house. So you can see how wide it is there from one end of the camera to the other. Now I think this was that big chimney. Or one of them. Ooh, something smells musty here. There was a huge chimney in that picture. I don't know if this was the foundation for it. And up there's those box cars, and Jimmy there he is up there. Way up on top. Yeah, ooh, it smells like moldy wet wood here. Well, let me see if I can get around the other side here. I don't have much battery left. Alright. Yeah, still walking along this wall here. Now it looks like they might have added on. I think this might have been the original boiler house when it was first built, and I see it was made of stone. And it kind of looks like, I don't know if they added on. No, I think they just tried to give it a cement facade. Yeah, look at all the bolts sticking out of the wall over there. Just dotted with them. All kinds of machinery. Yeah. And those boilers would have sat right in there. Nice. Let's see, I got a picture of that. And, oh, here's that big chimney that you see in the pictures. I think right here. I gotta get over that way. But yeah, some of this is, nature's taking it over. The tree growing out. It looks like the shoots get more and more intact as you go down here. But yeah, how many? 1, 2, 3. Now I count 14 of them shoots. I don't know if they had that many boilers here. From what I read, it was only 6. And they kept 4 of them running. And then I think 2 of them were just on standby. If something would happen to one of them, they could fire another one up. But yeah, very cool. And another picture of shoots here. That's neat looking up. But yeah, and then I think this over here would have been where they would keep tally of how many tons of coal would come up a day. Yeah, there's the fence we can get through there. And this would be the end of the coal bins. Jimmy's way over there. Nice shot here. Now this was a big operation. I'll put up a list of stats. Now this might have been from the old head house, because it's stating it had a 2400 horsepower engine. The new one would have had a 6,000 horsepower engine. But the old one used up to, where do I have it written down? And it used 75 tons of coal a day. I already said that. And 60,000 gallons of water a day. That'd be a lot of water. As you can see, we're up on top of the hill here. Go down here. I think this might have been one of the chimneys. I'm not sure. It looks like a chimney. Just go around. This is a side you don't see too much of the Mahanoy Plain. And this is looking outside the boiler house. And of course you go down. That'd be that road down there to the Lawrence Colliery. Now Lawrence Colliery is over that way toward the east. I made a mistake. But yeah, here it is. This is that huge chimney you see that I've been using for reference. Ooh, even something better yet. A lot of bricks here. There's an old coupler from a train laying here. Someone chucked it over the side. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me take a look at it better. Huh. Well, I thought it was a piece of metal, but I wouldn't have been able to pick it up like this unless I was He-Man. This is just a piece of foam for something. I don't know what it is. A chair, possibly. But to me, it looked like a piece of metal, like an old cast iron coupler. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the chimney for the boiler house. Now you can imagine these boilers were like they were double tanked. Or no, I'm sorry, not double tanked. Double furnaces with a single tank on top. And that would have been the chimney. That would have exhausted all the smoke. Alright, let's go back up here. Lots of bricks. Getting back up on the level here. Yeah, soon I'll end for this, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the chimney. As you see, nice square spot, and if you look, that's where that new head house would be, continuing there. The old head house went over here somewhere, and in that picture it shows it closer to this chimney. So, and there's a nice, somewhat of a view way down there of the town of Mahanoy Plain. You can see the houses through the trees, somewhat there. Yeah, cool. Yeah, now there were bricks here with names on them. I think it came from New York. I have to pull one up and see. And that one don't have any on it. And over there, if you look, right in the middle of the screen, there's a yellow brick. I wonder if that came from the same company that made the yellow brick road in Shenandoah. I did a video up there about the roads. They were redoing them, and it's showing the brickwork that was underneath originally from the 1800s. But yeah. All right. I don't see any names of the bricks in here, but I think it came from New York. Now, another fact is how much did it cost to run this? Well, when it was first opened up, when it was the original head house with the 2400 horsepower engine, it cost $2,900 a year to operate this. That includes fees for coal, I guess, paying the workers, and the maintenance. That's a neat shot right there. Hear a tree squeaking. I didn't know what that was at first. But yeah, this is the other end of the boiler house here. There might have been a door here, I don't know. And then, yeah, this would have been the, I guess where they would tally up the amount of coal that was brought up. There's a nice big window here. And I guess they'd sit here and count how many cars come up to the plane from down there. Whew. Yeah. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna go up these steps here, and that'll take me up to the top where we started. A complete loop. But yeah, that's the boiler house over there. And you have steps to go up. Now this would have all been a building, so don't think these were outside steps. We would have walked up here, over the door of some kind, I don't know. But yeah, that chimney was right over there. Now February 27th, 1932, they closed this. And then in 1952, they dismantled it. Now the reason it closed is because back in, I think, the 1850s, turn around so you can see a better picture of this. You get a little wide angle shot here. Yeah. And there's, I would have been standing right. I got a picture of this because I have an old photo. And this would have been the top coming up. The cars would have came up. The fence wouldn't be here. But that wall would have been, this would have been right where the two tracks would have came up. And then it'd be unhitched and sent off down to Frackville and St. Clair. Cool. Well, I think that's cool. And here's some more of the coal bins up here where they'd fill them. Like I said, they had rail cars, as you can see in the one picture, parked on here. I'm gonna walk up this little wall. Now the wall you see over there, that might have been the original head house, like I said before. And when it burnt down, and then there would have been a smaller boiler house here. I don't see any difference in the cement, but it would have been a smaller boiler house here. And that chimney, if you look, was closer to that older head house than it was to the newer one. So that'll give you a good reference point. But yeah, walking up this wall here now. Gotta be careful, because yeah, some of the cement, see it flopped over, part of the bins. And then this would have been, yeah, there would have been two tracks coming up here from down there. And then I got a shot of this up here, because there's a nice shot of this looking up, or looking down back when it was operating. And we're just parked up in there. And then we're back up to the top. And down there, I don't know if you can see where that chimney was over there. Right there's that big chimney I was looking at. And then there's the wall, the outside of the boiler house, and then this would have been the coal bins, and right here would have been the head house. And the two tracks would have went over here. There'd be a wheel here, the pulleys would be pulled up, and a series of pulleys would keep the tension on them, and then that big steam engine would be down here. Now this would have been the 6,000 horsepower engine put up here in the head house. The old head house would have been that stone wall over there with a 1,400 horsepower engine. Oh no, I'm stuck, let me out. There's the hole, someone cut in the fence. What do you think, Jimmy? He took a break, he's done walking, but that's where a 6,000 horsepower engine used to sit. Right in there. And it took up that whole area. Now there might have been some room over here for like a workbench or a machine shop. But yeah, right there with those three holes, where that's basically the foundation for that steam engine. Huge, huge steam engine. And I have a picture of both engines. I can't really get a perspective of that old head house. But yeah, so, and that's looking back down. Like I said, the fence one here kind of throws you off, but yeah, the tracks would have been there. And they probably dug that out for the new head house so they wouldn't have such a steep pitch, because if you remember, the head house used to sit on top of this wall here, the original one. And then they dug out so that you keep the pitch at a lower level instead of increasing it. So, all right, got one last shot of this. Okay, I think that'll just about do it. We did everything. We did the foot. The birds are chirping. I like this right here. I was always saying, you walk up, you go into the office. And I don't know what you got. Oh, probably in here. And I demand a raise, or I'm going on strike. Oh, goofing around. But yeah, but that's one last look at the monoplane engine house from this. I guess it would be in the office buildings. But cool. So, all right. Again, please subscribe. Please like this video, share it with your. I might make this a two-parter. I have to see when I start editing it. It might be longer than an hour. I usually make it 2 or more parts. We're gonna head back to the car. We've been here, I guess, a good 4 hours hiking around. There's Jimmy walking ahead. And as for me, Cold Cracker, until the next time, subscribe to my channel, like my video, share it with your friends. Please comment. I love reading your comments. And here's some more foundation over here. Yeah, down there it is. Overgrown, it's hard to tell. It's hard to get pictures of it now and then, but I'm trying. But all right, I'm gonna get up top here. I'll take a couple more pictures, and I don't know if I'm gonna incorporate these pictures together as a montage or just throw them in as I go along. I'll have to decide that when I'm gonna edit. But until the next time, be safe, and I'll see you. Yeah, just one look across the valley here. Way off in the distance, you can see them windmills. So I can zoom in real good. Way off in there. But yeah, and then over there would be the Mahanoy Plain, but I can't really get a perspective of it because of all the trees growing in. I mean, back in the day, these were all cleared out. But all right, and we're gonna head back. All right, until the next time, we'll see you, and take care. What'd you say?
And again, my boots.
Oh, you got brand new boots. Good.
So,
those are good ones. They have the steel toe.
Yeah.
Well, what'd you think, Jimmy?
I like it.
I liked it. Yeah, neat going back in history.
It was a good time.
What a hike, though. Half a mile down, half a mile up. Down was easier than up.
It makes you think of
well,
the operation
there was a guy, a customer of mine was telling me, I think it was his grandfather or great-grandfather, I can't remember. He worked at the bottom at the foot, hitching up the cars.
Yeah, I imagine.
And
hard work.
one of the cars got away. I guess the cable broke or something.
Yeah. And
the car came back and ran him over and cut both his legs off. 3 months later, he went back doing the same job. And he said, why'd he go back? He goes, where else am I gonna work? This is all I know. And he said he had to skid around on like a little sled to walk around. I don't know if you've ever seen people do that. And he said that made his job a lot easier because he can get under the cars easier. Go figure. Today people would be like, nope. You know, he kept his job.
He loved it.
Yep.
Loved what he did.
Work ethics of America were a lot more, how do you put it, important back then, because that was your life. If you didn't work, you didn't live.
Nope.
All right, and this is the Cold Cracker, Professor Valentine, as he likes to be called. And getting back to the car, and we'll see you. Nice to see the green machine again. Now, as long as I didn't leave my lights on, we'll be good.